Oh man, so today we're in for a treat because we're going to be going a bit degen mode because today we're going to be looking at Spooky Swap. Yes, that is the decentralized exchange on the Phantom network. We're going to be taking a look at this project, trying to do a little bit of TA. Obviously, there's not too much data available for Spooky Swap right now. And then I'm going to come to the conclusion of whether I think Spooky Swap can realistically 100x and what multiple I expect from Spooky Swap based on current multiples and also where I think it could go in terms of total value locked. You guys have been asking for it. You've been asking for me to look at the projects within the Phantom ecosystem. So let's get started. Now, as a warning, guys, this is a degen project, right? Let's head over to share my screen. You can see, guys, this is a market cap project of 143 million. Okay, this is why I stay shy of sharing some of these projects. These are extremely volatile. Okay, so do not touch these unless it's a very, very, very small part of your portfolio. If I were to purchase any Spooky Swap, it would be a very, very small part of my overall position that I would allocate to Phantom, which, by the way, is a small part of my position that I would allocate to all layer one solutions, which, by the way, is a smaller part of what I've got invested in Bitcoin, which, by the way, I've actually got assets in stocks and other asset classes as well. Hopefully that gives you some perspective. But let's get into this video. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you want to see more content like this. As always, support NordVPN. They allow us to degen like this. So click the link below. They are the world's best VPN provider. And they're offering up to 24 months plus a month for free, all at 70% off. So you're talking about $2 or $3 a month to get yourself set up on a VPN. You don't have to have any issues. You know it's private. You know no one's tracking you when you're logging into your exchanges, when you're trading your crypto, when you're using your wallets or playing around in the metaverse. And more importantly, if you want to watch any like gaming or movies or anything else from another country, you can set your settings to another country and play gaming with your friend, watch your favorite TV shows, and the rest of it. Check out NordVPN, link in the description box below. Coupon code OHMAN, because what else would it be? Right, Spooky Swap. Sitting at about $24, obviously you got to take the coin market cap data with a pinch of salt here. But more importantly, the market cap for Spooky Swap is 143 million. This is a very, very small project, guys. To put it into context, Phantom's whole market cap is at about 6 billion, and Phantom is a small market cap layer one solution. So this is something that can be moved and pumped and dumped very heavily. So please, 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 if you're going to invest, and by the way, I'm not invested currently in Spooky Swap, please do so with caution. We're going to take a look at it. I'm going to give you my viewpoints on where it stands in terms of some analysis, and then we can make a decision on what we think it can do from here. Okay, guys? So the first thing really to note is that Spooky Swap is the primary DEX on the Phantom network. If we head over into DeFi Llama, click into chains, and from there, if we click into Phantom, which we know is currently 5th in terms of total value locked, and you'll see here Spooky Swap comes up as the second biggest project after obviously multi-chain, which is 1.41 billion in total value locked just for Spooky Swap. And this is really interesting. By the way, Simone Pomposi, who was on the interview which we covered the highlights of yesterday, mentioned that Spooky Swap is one of the best DEXs in the world, and he's super pleased with how they're executing. Now, naturally, he has to say that. He's the CMO of Phantom, but if you actually use the Spooky Swap DEX, and I've used the DEX myself, you can see the UI is great. You can see it's very similar to Uniswap in many different ways, but the fact that they've managed to lock 1.41 billion in total value locked is just testament to how good a project this is and how well they're doing. So definitely, this is why we're covering Spooky Swap. This is why we're looking at it, because if you're placing a bet on Phantom, but you want, a way to take more of a risky bet on Phantom in terms of, then you want to look at some of the ecosystem plays, right? So you can really start to look at parts of the ecosystem, whether it's DeFi, whether it's looking at a DEX, whether it's looking at NFTs, which we've covered off. I'll link that up somewhere here. Whether it's gaming, you then want to cover off your plays as such. Excuse me. So without further ado, I'll show you what I've done, which is I've created this spreadsheet. And what I've done when valuing anything, guys, you will see this is the approach I always take. If you watch any of my videos, you will know I would do it in this approach, which is I'll look for comparables. Someone told me, okay, what about Spooky Swap? Fine. What does it do? Who can I compare it to? Who's the gold standard in what they do? Let's list them out. Let's see what they're doing. And therefore, we can get a gauge of how we think Spooky Swap can do. So first and foremost, we know on the Ethereum network, the predominant DEX is Uniswap. Okay, so Uniswap, they're currently trading at a price of $12.28 with a 7.75 billion market cap. To put into context, Uniswap has a higher market cap than the whole Phantom ecosystem. Okay, so hopefully that gives you some perspective. Then what about, what about then on Binance Smart Chain, right? You've got PancakeSwap sitting at 2.196 billion. But again, this is centralized, right? So you've got, this is the Binance Smart Chain, which I guess you can claim is centralized, which is at $8.25 price. And then you've got Trader Joe on Avalanche, which is sitting closer to the Spooky Swap market cap, sitting at 232 million. So we've got a good range here of larger ones and a smaller one in Trader Joe. And I could have added some more dexes on here, but let's start off with these ones because these are considered some of the most used, some of the gold standard ones. And it gives us a good enough mix to do this exercise. Now, what I've done is I've then gone ahead and said, okay, how do you measure, what's the key measure for the success of a DEX? And obviously that's going to be your total value locked. And we can see here, Uniswap is by far the highest in, and that's sitting at 7.58 billion in total value locked. PancakeSwap is second with 4.84 billion in total value locked. And then you get Trader Joe sitting at 1.47 and SpookySwap at 1.41 in total value locked. Okay, so that's the first phase. And then what you want to look at is what is the multiple? Okay, so if you're looking at stocks or you're looking at shares or even real estate, you get something called a multiple. And the multiple is what multiple of revenue or EBITDA, which is your profitability, are people placing on the value, right? To create the value. Are they saying 5 times your profit is the value of your company? Are they saying 6 times revenue is the value of the profit? So in this space, in DeFi, we look at market cap to total value locked. And you can see here, Uniswap gets paid 0.7 times their total value locked, okay? So 0.75 times their total value locked as their ratio. Now, if you look at PancakeSwap, that's at 0.45. If you look at Trader Joe, that is at 0.15 and SpookySwap at 0.14. These are all according to DeFi Llama when I pulled them at the time. Okay. Now, what I've done next then is to say, ignoring the market cap, ignoring this market cap to total value locked, let's just look at the market cap. Okay. So let's assume that SpookySwap could achieve the market cap of Uniswap. In other words, this 142 million could become 7.756 billion in terms of market cap. In order to do that, of course, they'd have to about 6x their total value locked and they'd have to ride the curve. Now, naturally, we know Uniswap's market cap was much higher in the bull run. It's far more suppressed now. So that gives you a factor of whether we can get closer to that. And then what I did was we then get an implied multiple. So if that was the case, that SpookySwap could achieve this, it would need to 54x. And a 54x would give you a spooky or boo price target of 1322 per boo token. It's currently sitting at $24. Okay, so you can 54x. If it was to achieve the success of PancakeSwap, that's a 15x. If it was to achieve the success of Trader Joe, that's about a 2x to $40 there, okay? Because they're about the similar level. That will give you an idea of where SpookySwap can go in the future, okay? So anybody who's saying SpookySwap can 100x from here, yes, it can, but that would need Uniswap. That would mean it's it would mean it's 100x. It need to 100x for it to 100x here. Sorry, it would need to be at double Uniswap's market cap. Okay, so we're looking at 15 billion in market cap, which is possible because if we have a bull run, Uniswap can hit 15 billion. No reason why SpookySwap couldn't. But again, to put that into context, Phantom's whole market cap right now is 6 billion. Okay, Phantom's whole market cap is 6 billion, but we know that's severely undervalued. Go check out my video here where I break that down of how undervalued Phantom is. So if our premise is that Phantom as an ecosystem is going to compete with the other better layer 1 solutions, whether that's Ethereum, whether it's Cardano, whether it's Solana, then by definition, Phantom will need to be at 70, 80, 100 market cap, 100 billion market cap. And then it's not so unrealistic for its premier DEX to have 10-15% of that in terms of its total value locked, right? It's possible. So that's how you would get your 100x in terms of your implied booed price. The other thing which is really important to look at is standing where we are today, how undervalued is Boo pound for pound for its total value locked. So if it didn't grow TVL, so the previous price points I'm saying is if Boo can get to 7.58 billion in total value locked, which is a 6x from now, then we can expect the price to 54x. Okay, that's the future work it needs to do to catch up with Uniswap. But what I'm saying is now is for its 1.4 that's already got locked, it's only getting a 0.14 multiple, whereas Uniswap is getting 0.75. You see the difference? So there's at least an implied 5x undervaluation in SpookySwap in today's price. So in other words, if Spooky Swap Boo token was today, its current total value locked, if it was priced at the multiple that Uniswap, we would have $130 Boo today. If we did the same but at PancakeSwap's multiple, we'd have a $78 Boo token today, and at Trader Joe we'd be at about parity because they're at about equal multiples right now. Okay, so they're not far off. So hopefully that gives you an indication of what it would mean for it to do 100x, but definitely for us to do a 5x from where we're at now. I see that as being a roughly between these two numbers. You can say between a 3 to 5, call it a 4x undervaluation in the price of Boo token, where we're standing right now, pound for pound, based on the market cap to total value locked ratios we're seeing being applied for other dexes. Really important that we understand that. That was one of the fundamental things I noticed in the Phantom price, which is why I was able to ride that price from cents up to $3.50 plus, right? So these are some of the things we have to start monitoring. Now, obviously, this is different. This is a DEX. This is not a whole layer one blockchain. So it comes with its own risks. It comes with more fluctuations, more volatility. It's a single project. Phantom is a layer one solution. If one project goes down, Phantom can continue to operate. Okay, so it's a far more of a stable play, even though it's low market cap. And this is super low market cap, right? I'd call this ultra low market cap. But obviously, it can move far quicker because it's low market cap, right? Millions of dollars can move the price of Spooky Swap right now. Okay, hopefully that gives you guys some insights. Let's quickly take a look at the charts. Obviously, it's very early. You can see here, this is the only one coming up here on my charting platform is from CoinEx. And CoinEx is going back to the 12th of January. They've only got data from the 12th of January. But in essence, what we can see is a few important levels. So let's mark out these important levels. The first level is our all-time high here, local of $40. Fine. So we got rejected from there, and we ran all the way to the local low of this year, which was $20. Okay, we've seen some support resistance lines at 34, and then we've seen some resistance at 28 as well on this yellow line, and then we've seen support coming at 23, and we've been channeling in this area. Okay, you can see we've been channeling in this area for a while now. So this whole channeling section, we've probably been in this channel since 29th of Jan. Okay, so probably about 10 days or so we've been channeling in this area. We've bounced nicely up 23. Can we go and test 28 again? This time it will be fourth time lucky. Can we break through this level and then start heading towards 34? That's what we'd be looking at for Boo token here. Okay, so that's Spooky Swap. That's what we're doing in terms of our limited technical analysis. Not much more you can do until this starts to play out and we get more data. If I head over to the hourly chart, again, not much to see. We're just oscillating in between these important support and resistance lines, and we need to monitor that with time. More important for a project of this size is to look at the fundamentals. And you look at the fundamentals, you look at the user experience, you look at, are people using it? What trading pairs do they have? Are people actually heading to it? Is there good user experience? What's the total value locked? What is the implied multiples? Everything that we've just done here in this video. If you appreciate this type of content, guys, don't forget to smash up the like button and subscribe. I'll be keeping you posted on my thoughts around Spooky Swap. I'll continue to monitor the technicals and the fundamentals, and I'll let you know if I enter a position on Spooky Swap. But definitely having positions in the dexes on any major layer one solutions is a smart way for you to invest in the platform. At the moment, I'm happy with my exposure to Phantom, but definitely looking at some of these platforms such as Spooky Swap to see whether we can jump in at sensible valuations. For now, I can see there's about a 3 to 5x undervaluation pound for pound in its multiple, but I'll continue to monitor that over time as Bitcoin starts to pick up as well. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Smash up the like button and subscribe. Don't forget to head over to NordVPN to get yourself a nice, affordable VPN, guys. The best in class, offering 70% off their 2-year plans just for this community here. So make sure you head over there. Make sure you're anonymous, guys. You can't be doing all of this stuff in crypto, degenning like this without having your privacy safe, you being anonymous and setting the country to appear as you want it to appear. Really important that you do so. If you want to see more types of videos like this, diving into other ecosystem projects on Phantom or any other layer one, let me know in the comments. Head over into the Discord, pin comment below. Let me know there. Tag me in any questions. Meet the community. And that's it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you in the next one.